Hi and welcome to my soul tribe. My name is Miriam Rose. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe, like, comment and share, as I really appreciate your support. At the moment, this is the last week that I'm running the makeup giveaway on my other channel called Miriam Rose. All you need to do to be in the giveaway is to subscribe and leave a comment on my other channel. A winner will be picked at random next week. Now let's get on with the video. My dearest brothers and sisters, this is Hakann speaking. I love you very much, and I'm happy that I am once again able to connect with you. Today, I would like to introduce you to a spiritual and a self-healing path. It's very simple, but also deceptively deep and powerful. I call it the observation path. The entirety of this path is the following exercise. Whenever a thought or emotion comes up, observe it without trying to suppress or judge or change it. That's it. That's the observation path. There are various paths and practices already known on your world that are similar to this. From my perspective, what makes the observation path slightly different is that it invites you to observe your thoughts and emotions, say 100 times a day, for say 2 seconds each. These numbers are not set in stone. The idea is just to observe your thoughts and emotions as they come up, as opposed to sitting down beforehand with the intention of meditation. And the idea is that very briefly, observing your thoughts and emotions is enough in the majority of cases. Someone could argue that what I've described here is just mindfulness, but most people associate mindfulness with consciously eating an apple, or with sitting down and meditating, or with the state of being mindful. They often don't associate mindfulness with the practice of observing your thoughts and emotions for say 2 seconds, 100 times a day. Also, do you want to have a full mind? If not, then why do you practice mindfulness? Don't you want to achieve mind emptiness? This is not a trivial point. Words do matter. If you want to achieve an empty mind, then I do not suggest saying that you are going to practice mindfulness. If you want to practice mindfulness in the conventional way, fine, but even then I suggest using a different word for that. So what does this observation path look like? Suppose someone makes a statement and you feel anger or pain coming up inside you. In this case, we invite you to first observe that anger or path briefly. Doing so opens the door to responding consciously, as opposed to just reacting unconsciously or lashing out unconsciously. Or suppose that a thought arises in you along the lines of those people are evil and wrong, or this is good, that is bad. In this case, we again invite you to first observe that briefly, without trying to suppress or judge or change this thought. This brief moment of observation again opens the door to making conscious decisions and acting in conscious ways. Maybe you agree with these thoughts, maybe you do not, but in any case, this may help you to act consciously. Or suppose that a thought arises that says, I must do the dishes today. You can just observe this thought. Maybe in time you will realize that in fact it is not true that you must do the dishes, because no one is coming to arrest you if you fail to do so. Instead, you choose to do the dishes because you consider that chore to be less unpleasant than having to eat off a dirty plate. Just because two choices are both unpleasant, doing the dishes as well as not having a clean plate, doesn't mean that it's not still a choice you're making. This may sound trivial, but if you continually tell yourself that you must do all kinds of things, then you may feel trapped or stressed. Whereas if you continually tell yourself that you choose to do things, then you may feel significantly more happy and more free. Changing your sentences and way of thinking from I must do this and I must do that to I choose to do this and I choose to do that can be very helpful to your happiness and psychological well-being. Let's go back to the observation path. On a deeper level, you can even apply it to self-identifying thoughts such as I'm a carpenter, or I'm an American, or I am on the side of the left versus the right debate, or I am a human being, or other thoughts that identify you as something. You can briefly observe these thoughts with an attitude of aha. A thought arises that says that I am a carpenter. Okay, this thought is here. I see it. In time, this can open the door to you realizing that you are more than a body of flesh and bones, that you are more than just your current life. The observation path can also lead to healing. Suppose a painful thought or emotion comes up, such as I'm not good enough. It is healing to just observe this thought or emotion without trying to suppress or judge or change it. In this case, you might want to keep observing the emotion until it leaves of its own accord, which may take longer than a few moments. You don't need to do anything special. Pain is healed by just being observed, so long as you don't suppress or judge or try to change it. Observing a heavy and painful thought once may not give you complete healing, but it will heal you partly and will diminish the severity of this thought. If you keep observing pain and the pain deepens, then just keep observing it. If your body wants to do something, just as cry or shake or scream, feel free to do so. Your body knows what it needs to heal. You can think of your body letting itself move as the physical equivalent of letting a thought just be in your mind without trying to suppress it. And once the pain leaves and your attention turns to something else, just let it go. You don't need to cling to it or analyze it or try to keep it there. So this is the observation path. It will not immediately change everything if you do this once or twice, but if you keep doing it, you will heal and you will experience a significant spiritual deepening. In the beginning, you will likely regularly forget to do this. That is completely normal. In the beginning, you can aim to do this, for example, just once per day. And if you do this once per day, you can consider that to be a success. It doesn't need to take more than 2 seconds. In time, you can start doing it more than once per day. I hope this helps. If you tried this out, I'm curious to know about your experiences with the observation path. Your star brother, Pleiadian Hakann. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you return for more videos like this. With absolute gratitude, love and light, cosmic kisses to everyone. Till next time, bye for now.